poor young woman sees a thief trying to snatch a wealthy man's bag. Just then, a company employee walks by. The girl quickly says, "Go help that man." But the employee replies, "Why should I help him?" and walks away. The thief grabs the rich man's bag and runs off. The poor girl immediately chases after him. She finally catches up and says, "Please give me that bag." The thief smirks and asks, "What will I get in return?" The girl says, "Just give it to me peacefully, or I'll call the police." Instead of giving back the bag, the thief walks over to her, snatches her phone and her documents, and laughs. The frightened girl pleads, "Please don't damage those documents. They are very important to me." The thief laughs even harder and says, "Oh, they're important to you?" Then he tears the documents into pieces. The girl cries, "What have you done?" The thief opens the stolen bag, looks inside, and says, "There's nothing valuable in here. You can keep it." He throws the bag to her and runs away. The poor girl sadly looks at her torn documents and begins to cry. Later, she goes to a company for a job interview and shows her damaged documents. A woman working there looks at them and says, "Are these supposed to be your documents?" The girl quietly replies, "They were torn by accident." The employee shakes her head and says, "I'm sorry, but we can't hire you." Soon after, another woman comes to the same company looking for a job. She hands over her documents, and the wealthy owner hires her right away. As the poor girl walks home, her friend meets her and asks, "How did your interview go?" She sadly replies, "My documents were torn, so I didn't get the job." Her friend says, "Show me your documents. I'll try talking to another company for you." But the girl loses hope and says, "Nothing can be done anymore," before walking away. A moment later, the wealthy man calls out to her from behind. She turns around and says, "Thank goodness I found you. I got your stolen bag back." The rich man smiles with relief and says, "That bag had very important documents inside. Thank you for bringing it back." He takes out some money and tries to reward her, but the girl politely refuses the money and walks away. The wealthy man is deeply impressed by her honesty. Later, the girl's friend picks up her torn documents from a trash pile and takes them to another company. He tells the receptionist, "Please give these documents to your boss. Maybe he will give my friend a chance." The receptionist looks at the torn papers and says, "These documents are damaged." The friend replies, "Yes, they were accidentally torn." The next morning, she gives the documents to her boss. To everyone's surprise, the boss is the same wealthy man the poor girl helped earlier. He says, "Invite this young woman to tomorrow's meeting." The next day, the poor girl arrives at the meeting. During his speech, the wealthy man says, "No thief actually stole my bag. It was all a test of honesty." This young woman passed that test with kindness and integrity. He calls her to the stage, and everyone applauds. The wealthy man rewards her for her honesty and also offers her a job at his company. The employee who refused to help earlier angrily says, "That reward belongs to me." The boss replies, "I already saw your true character." A few moments later, the police take the dishonest employee away. Friends, subscribing is completely free, but it means a lot to support the channel. So please don't leave without subscribing.